Hello, I'm doing this video about Ronald Hartigan and his children, and we'll find out exactly what's wrong with him, okay? The other son is not here, this one here, and Mike, don't go away yet, and this is where they live. It's just a chicken house, I think, and this is the ground, all right? Over there is look like wheat, and that's where he sleep. Let's go outside, and that's the house from outside. The view. That's their little mansion, Bahay Kubo, I think. Yeah, all right. Anyway, I'm not really good at doing this, but so anyway, let us let's have to listen to him what he's about to say. All right. This first is about his Filipino wife.
Yeah.
What his wife only wants money all the time. Okay, Mike, tell me the story about when the barangay captain asked you to go to their office. What did he tell you?
I was called to the barangay hall and asked, why am I not giving my wife enough money? I told the barangay captain, you don't know what you're talking about. I give my wife, and can be proved beyond doubt, that I give my wife 14,000 pesos every 2 weeks for her upkeep and to aid the boys.
And this has happened 7 years ago, right?
Yes, this is about 7 to 8 years ago. They apologized to me for summoning me to the barangay hall. They recalled my wife to the barangay hall and gave her one hell of a dressing down for her lies.
Okay. So anyway, now obviously your wife only needs money all the time, right?
Yes.
He doesn't care about the kids.
No,
The kids don't go to school.
not in any manner, shape, or form.
No. Okay. Now.
My children are used like a gun at my head. When I get my pension, I want this. Her words to me is exactly this. If you don't give it to me, the children are going to suffer. They suffer anyway, whether I give it or not.
What you mean? She's going to hurt the kids because you don't give her
know.
money to her?
That's just the word she used to me. Your children are going to suffer.
If you refuse to give her money.
Yeah. So I give it.
Does your wife ever hurt you because you don't give her money?
My wife beat the shit out of me in housing because I wouldn't give her money.
So he's hurting
Her
you.
father stopped it. I was not well at that time. She knocked me down and was kicking me like you would a dog.
So your own wife bust you up because you refused to give her money.
And her father stopped it.
Only because your father come and stop it.
Yes.
My goodness, what a wife.
I was completely one of them days that I had no energy. I was like this.
Anyway,
I felt she knocked me down and then just kept kicking me.
all right,
And her father put a stop to that.
yeah, all right.
He dragged her away.
Anyway, Ronald, before, again, I forgot, can you state your name? Can you state your name?
My name is Ronald Maxwell Hartigan.
You are an Australian
I
citizen?
am an Australian citizen.
How old are you?
I was born on the 11th day of February 1940.
How long you been
I am
in the Philippines?
74-year-old at this time.
74, so my post is, okay, all right, I have to update that. Now, tell in this video what's exactly wrong with you. Your health, your illness?
My health is like this. I have a left ventral block to the heart. My heart is oversized and goes out of balance. I have a massive hernia that sometimes I cannot even walk. I have 3 smashed vertebrae in my back. My hearing is down to almost 0. My eyesight is, I suffer with dancing lines in front of my eyes through eye strain because I don't even have glasses to wear. You know,
I know it's very hard, but anyway, can you tell me that some people said you probably this is only a scam, but I mean, few people doesn't believe me, but here I am, I'm talking to
some
you.
people might think this is some form of scam. Everything that this video will tell you, I can prove beyond any medical doubt.
Okay. Now tell me your plan. It is true that you can go back to Australia alone by yourself anytime, or you rather die here in the Philippines. But because of your kids,
Yeah.
you refuse to die
go.
here, and you refuse to leave this country without your kids.
I have been informed that the Australian Embassy can get me out of this country, me personally, on life-threatening grounds. I won't accept this because I will not desert my children. I will not leave my children to suffer and die and starve to death. If I was to go to Australia and worry about me, I've reconciled myself that I'm prepared to die in this country, but I want better for my children. I won't go without my children. I would rather stay here and die with them.
That's very, it's very sad. I understand what you mean and how you feel about the kids, because I know. So this type of life you are living now, how long this been going on since?
I have been living like this for about 4 years now.
4 years.
For about 4 years
And
now.
tell me the reason why you've been buried in debts. You said you owe a lot of money. Tell me the reason why.
What I have done, because of my medical condition, I sometimes have to go to money lenders and borrow money to get the medicine to get me to a reasonable state where I can do my best for the children. My son, Nicky Shane, broke his arm. There was a fair amount of money involved in that.
Okay.
It forced me to go to a money lender because there was no other avenue of money.
And since then you've been buried in debts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, in your own words, what would happen if anything happens to you in the Philippines? What would happen to the kids?
I have nightmares at night because I know what would happen to my children if I am not there to aid them in the best way I possibly can. They would not be cared about in any manner, shape or form, and would truly, I believe from my heart, would die of starvation or become criminals. And I am not prepared for that to happen to them.
Because you love them so much, right?
I love my children. And I've been married before in Australia, and if you'd have seen the life that I gave my children in my country against what I cannot do for these, it's enough to make you cry. And I tell you that from the bottom of my heart, and I don't lie.
Can you say
It
something?
can be proved beyond any doubt.
Can you see something about your children in Australia, if in case they can view this video?
The Australia, I took a massive heart attack and spent 6 weeks in intensive care. The Australian Embassy searched for my 3 children in Australia because they thought I was going to die.
Did they find them?
They could not find my 3 children
All right.
in Australia.
In case this video will going around, and who knows, God knows, maybe they can view this video. Send them a message that
I pray that even this video might help find the brother and the 2 sisters that my 4 children here have.
Can you state their name, please?
My son's name is Dale John Hartigan. Last known address, Albion Park, New South Wales. My eldest daughter is Tracy Leanne. Last known address, Lithgow in New South Wales. I beg your pardon, in Scone,
Okay.
in New South Wales.
That was Nicole in Lithgow.
And Nicole, the youngest one, her last known address is Lithgow in New South Wales. I lost contact with them years ago.
Years ago.
Through no fault of my own.
Oh. So now this is the last thing because we have to finish this just in case I run out of battery. Sorry whoever watching this. Anyway, so what is really your wish?
My wish is I don't care about me anymore because my life is drawing to a close. What is my wish?
Don't worry about yourself. Don't
That
worry about you don't
somebody-
care about it more about yourself.
Somebody, somehow, some way, my children, my 4 children, can get to my country and have a better life than the suffering that they have here.
In the Philippines.
That is
Yeah.
what.
Actually, this is a beautiful country, a nice country. This is Philippines, and I mean, you know, but then unfortunately you married to a wrong woman, right?
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry about that, but you know, I mean, it's life.
that's life.
Yeah. So
You know, people make mistakes in their life. That was mine.
yeah, and that was yours.
That
because
was mine.
you married.
But I don't see why these 4 children should suffer for the mistake
begin
I
with-
made by
to
marrying
begin
the
with-
wrong person.
To begin with, your wife doesn't want to come to Australia, right?
First of all, I spent a lot of money traveling back and forth by plane with my wife to
Manila.
prepare everything for her to go to Australia.
And then when everything's done,
Everything was done, seminars, everything
yeah,
was completed.
and then she changed her mind.
Then she turned around and said, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I won't go without my sister.
All right. What?
I paid and had my sister-in-law's passport and everything done in
Oh, so you mean
immigration.
you said she refused to go to Australia unless you took her sister as well, right?
Yeah.
And then you done everything for her sister too, and then what happened?
But she didn't even bother to pick up her passport.
What a waste of money.
Yeah, fact. It still sits, her passport will probably still be sitting in immigration in Iloilo.
But anyway, this is his 3 boys, and there's supposed to be 4 of them, but the other one is not here. You know, they're growing up, and what can you do? He's very sick, and he can't watch them all the time. He can't control them all the time. And you know what's gonna happen when the mother doesn't care. Well, you know, I don't know much. So,
Not only does the
and
mother
as far
doesn't
as
care,
the mother only cares about money anyway. So as far as you know, if anything happened to you in this country, this kid will be doomed. No future at
they
all
would not
whatsoever.
have a hope in the world
All right. So
to survive.
yeah. So the only wish you have, you don't really care about yourself. What's gonna I mean, you know, you don't really care. You only care that these children can immigrate to Australia.
Yes.
That's all you want because you hope that they can have a better future. That's it.
This is
So
true.
I'm going to publish this video, and we hope that God will help us. Maybe some people are willing to help you and your kids. But
I believe in God, and I'm not a church-going person, but I believe in God. And I hope that God can, in His wisdom, can find some way that these children will get the help they really need.
all right. Oh, I hope so might because my name is Rose Eden Battistello. The only reason I found him, I discovered him, that's because after 35 years, I finally decided to look for my cousin.
Yeah.
Her name is Bibing Ramirez. There she is. I look around for my cousin, and I didn't know that this is the revelation I have to find out. They live next door to her, and you know everybody in this town knows him, knows the kids, and knows his wife and whatever is going on. And a lot of people feel sorry for the children because none of them goes to school, and they can hardly eat or have 3 meals a day. So I'm here, and I can't even sleep thinking about these kids and their living situation. And I'm not rich. I'm not rich at all. But maybe there's a reason why I'm here in the Philippines at the moment now. So soon that usually I don't come here in this time of the year because it's a rainy season. It's raining here all the time. But I'm here, and maybe this is the reason why. And somehow I'm trying to do my best that before I go back to Australia, I can help them as much as I can, whatever needs to be done. So please, but by doing it, honest to God, I can't afford it. This father and his 4 sons needs really a big financial help. And this country is very hard to get help. So please, if you have the heart, help me here, okay? It's like a mission to me to fulfill whatever this guy wants. He only he doesn't care about his life if he die here, but he refused to die in this country. He wants to go back to Australia and bring his 4 kids and give a better life. So please, if you can send your donation in my Facebook, I have all the details, which I only take the risk publishing my own personal details because I don't like that, but that's the only way. So this is not a scam. This is the reality of this Australian guy who been in the Philippines for 15 years.